What is going on out there, peeps? Okay, there is something I saw in my group that caught my attention. Now, I forgot, we haven't talked about this in quite a long time, so I need to bring this up again for all of you newbies who are interested in purchasing the Iraqi dinar. Understand there are different types of dinars. You want to make sure to get the right ones. This one on the screen is a $10,000 Iraqi dinar. You want any and all Iraqi dinars made after 2003. So if you buy the Saddam notes or the credit Swiss or the Swiss dinars, don't buy those. Those aren't worth anything. So somebody brought this up in the group. It looks like Claire. So on Claire, I want to make sure you don't buy these notes. Buy these ones over here. So I'm going to show you the Saddam notes, any of the Iraqi dinars. You can see right here it says 2002 uncirculated. No, don't buy anything older than 2003. Okay, so those notes are no longer any good. You want to be careful. Now, we talked about this before, but I want to bring this up again. These are the notes you want to buy right here. These are the Iraqi dinars. These are the proper ones right here. These are the $25,000 notes. These were the ones made after 2003. Okay, so if you have questions, make sure you ask us. We don't want you to be spending. Now, don't get me wrong, the ones from 2002 and older, uncirculated, are great collector's items. But for the most part, if you're going to be investing into this currency for all the right reasons, you want to make sure you get the right dinars, all right? So just when you buy, I buy, not that they sponsor me or anything, they don't, but I just buy mine strictly from the Exchange of America. I don't even think they sell the older notes anymore because they're not allowed to. So don't buy anything from the eBay. I did a video on how you buy things from the eBay, so if you want to go watch that, I highly recommend that you do. But for the most part, use a reputable site. Safe Dinar, there's a lot of people complaining that their dinars are not coming for a long time. But I go to Exchange of America in case you want to see what Exchange of America looks like. You put an X. Exchange of America. See that right there? It's spelled differently. It's spelled like this. Exchange of America. Do you see that? Let's go right over here to Exchange of America. And this is what the website looks like really quick here. As soon as it can ever get there. But anyways, yeah, you got to be careful where you buy them from. This is Exchange of America. I buy from them. You just hit buy currency. And you could go down and pick the currency that you want right here. All right, you can scroll down to where it says, see all these red ones? That's the Iraqi dinar. What do you notice? They don't have any for sale, okay? So, yeah, it's getting really, really hard to buy the Iraqi dinar at the moment. If you go to eBay, real quickly, you guys, I just want to show the newbies. If you go to eBay to buy the Iraqi dinar, and you put in here Iraqi dinar. So, see, these are the new notes right here. These are the good notes. These are the good notes, okay? These are the good notes. These red notes like this. Don't buy any of the ones with Saddam's face on them, or don't buy the Swiss. Now, whenever I'm buying currencies real quick, just as a quick reminder, if I see something that I like that I think is a good deal, I click on the picture. What I'm looking for is you come over here. See this? This is the person who's selling it. They're right over here. See this? This is the number of items that they sold. The higher the number, the more you could trust this site. So if you click the person's name like this, it'll go in here. So Nevada Coin and Jewelry. So they sell Iraqi dinar. They're a reputable company. They've been here for a long time. You can see that they've been here for a long time. Okay. This number right here tells you the number of items that they have sold. This means they've been there for a while. They are established. This is one that I would consider buying from because they're reputable and they've been on here for a long time. Fly-by-night people, I'd be really concerned about because there are some people who are out to scam you. Don't get me wrong. And I'm not saying everybody's a scam, but if I find somebody whose notes, okay, so this Dave Alex, let's click one. There's only 218. See this? That doesn't mean he's a scammer. It just means that he hasn't been here very long, and it makes it hard for me to trust whether or not he's got anything that's, legitimate. Again, I don't want to say anything about David. He might be selling something legit. I'm just telling you what I look for, okay? I just wanted to cover that because I don't want people buying the wrong dinar, okay? So don't buy these don't buy these dinar notes. Don't buy those at all. Buy the right currency notes, okay? So most of your exchanges, which again is very curious that none of them have Iraqi dinar. I'm not saying it means anything, but that's pretty interesting. You guys, a quick reminder, Pimpy's Investment Chat is the same name as my YouTube channel. And I will leave a link in the description. Come join us because we do talk about the dinar, Vietnam dong, gold, silver, as well as cryptocurrencies. Okay, real quick here. So the oil price may jump to $60 and atomic energy signals recovery on demand. So $60. I remember they were saying they wouldn't even get to $40 until July, and I told you that was not going to happen. It would happen in June, and it did. As far as reaching $60 of oil, don't be surprised if you don't see it jump up there pretty close to the end of this month, or at the least the very beginning of July. The oil prices seem to be making a pretty good recovery as people come out of the quarantine and they're able to start traveling. A lot of people want to get the heck out of their houses and start going places. They want to go see loved ones. They want to travel. They want to go on vacation. So don't be surprised if we don't see a spike in oil prices here shortly, okay? Parliamentary finance, the government does not want to send a budget law. Whoa, what does that mean? The Parliamentary Finance Committee confirmed on Tuesday that the federal government does not want to send a federal budget bill for the year 2020 to the House of Representatives. If I remember correctly, that is the constitutional law, so this ought to be interesting. Members of the Finance Committee said in a press statement, the federal government does not want to send a federal budget bill for the year 2020 to the House of Representatives because of the large deficit in it. While we could think of a way to help you close that deficit, just change the rate. The House of Representatives has given the government a deadline until the end of the month to send a budget to the House of Representatives, and we are waiting for it to arrive in whatever form, quarterly or monthly. Well, there I would agree with it. Give them some kind of budget so they can figure out what the hell is going on. I know somebody brought to my attention that maybe this means they're waiting for the rate change. Who knows? That's just speculation. I mean, the truth of the matter is it makes sense for them to change their rate. We've already talked about this, how they could benefit from a rate change, especially given everything that they've gone through. And not only them, but talk about kickstarting the economies around the world. There are a lot of people who are invested in the Iraqi dinar. A rate change would benefit everybody everywhere. The finance management law states that the budget deficit should not be more than 3%, but the current deficit is more than 50%, and this is illegal. Okay, once again, I told you how I thought we could change that. Files at the agenda of the Kurdish delegation with the federal government. Okay, so we know the Kurdistan delegation has been going back and forth with Iraq. Let me get the right country out of there. So they're just going on to talk about the same things over and over and how they're close to doing this. Okay, also they did talk about something else. Where's it at? That the delegation from Kuwait will visit Baghdad to discuss oil and financial files, border ports, international resources, and coordinate between the two governments in the field of electricity and natural gas. Remember, they've been buying their energy from Iran, which is a no-no. I don't know how much longer the United States is going to tolerate that, given the fact that Iraq is under sanctions, at least until Trump is out of office, that's for sure. All right, so we will see what happens here. We know, I told you that the Baghdad sent 400 billion dinars to the region back in April as a good gesture. This is before any agreements were set up, so it's bought them some goodwill. The delegation from the regions visit Baghdad in 6 files. It's the same thing. Yes, all they're doing is going back and forth about what needs to be talked about, the agreements that they want to get settled out. And if I'm not mistaken, I do believe I just read an article that says the final draft of the agreement is now in review. So let's keep our fingers crossed, because that would be a huge step. As we know, our girl Blashart from the United Nations, this is one of the biggies that she wants accomplished between the Kurdistan region as well as with Iran. In the document, the central bank sells Islamic certificates of deposits, which is this is interesting. The people, again, have brought to my attention. They think it means something. I don't know how you could connect dots. Ooh, maybe there is, maybe there isn't, but it's very interesting how people just want to try to connect the dots that might not be there. The Central Bank of Iraq announced on Monday the sale of Islamic deposit certificates. The bank said in a statement it received a copy of the approval on 8/8/2020, the conduct of the ICD 322 auctions for the sale of Islamic deposit certificates for a period of 30 days. And issuance amounts of 50 billion dinars. So what you do is you can buy those, but when you go to exchange them, you will earn 1.5% interest on your investment, which doesn't seem like a whole lot of money. If you think about it, what that means is for every $100, you will earn $1.50. All right, so unless you buy a lot of them, then it might not make sense to you. Okay. The head of the Iraq delegation reveals the contents of America pledge to help Iraq in energy financial crisis. Again, it's the same thing. I just want to let you know that obviously this is all good as long as we continue to see positive moves forward. This benefits it both long term and short term. The head of the Iraqi delegation in the strategic dialogue with the United States stressed on Monday that confirming arms to the state in their private Iraqi affairs, and he indicated that it was possible to use international programs through the American side to achieve this goal, which was included in Prime Minister Mustafa's program. Al-Kademi indicated that Washington pledged to cooperate with Iraq in the current economical crisis. There was something interesting that I seen down here. Let's see. The Iraqi negotiation team in Washington included representatives from the U.S., we know this, the ministries of defense, interior, electricity, oil, health, and anti-terrorist apparatus, and a central bank, in addition to the representatives from the Kurdistan region, were in the ranks of general managers, and the above delegation was a specialist. Where is the thing that I was looking for? So the American side confirmed its willingness to help the Iraq reach its independence in the energy field. The files currently open for dialogue in Washington follow the fields of finance, economic strategies. That's not what I was looking for. Anyways, it was something really small. It's not a big deal, but what they were saying was this would go a long ways in helping. Regarding issues of restricting weapons, okay, so restricting weapons to the state. And if it was discussed in the bilateral dialogue, restricting arms to the state is a private Iraqi matter. It is possible to use international programs across the American side to achieve this goal. This is basically repeating what is on the top. So anyways, look, it was going on to say part of the thing of Iraq earning its sovereignty is the rebuilding of their military. This is a big step. And I was saying the same thing yesterday. It's just funny that it was in an article today. So we want to see the, again, this is a big part. A big part of what we're waiting to see happen is Iraq to earn back its sovereignty, to be recognized as a sovereign nation all over again. This is what's going to help us with our Iraqi dinar. We cannot have internationally recognized currency without them being a sovereign nation. All right, so a lot of the same things are being repeated over and over in these articles for now. I like it because it just shows you that they're working hard and moving forward and doing what they need to do to help Iraq achieve its goals, making sure that they are a sovereign nation all over again. We know that the fields that they want to help them in. Here it is. Here's the paragraph I was looking for before. The United States discussed providing Iraq with economic advisors to work directly with the government of Iraq in order to help strengthen the level of international support for the reform efforts of the government of Iraq, including support provided by international financial institutes with regards to serious plans to enact substantial economic reforms. Okay, so America is sending over their financial advisors, which could be an interesting, interesting situation in my opinion. When I saw that and I thought, why are they sending over their advisors? My guess is they're helping them put together what the next budget's going to be. And yes, that might include something in there that we are all looking forward to. I just don't want to jump to any conclusions. But make no doubt about it that there is definitely something getting ready to happen here really soon. Okay, you guys, look, this article here is really long. I recommend you come and check it out. It's repeating pretty much everything on the top. Security, stability, oil, financial crisis, how to get past it, how to deal with the coronavirus situation, making sure that Kurdistan and Iraq iron out the differences, making sure that Iraq has a stable government. They're getting prepared for the new elections, and this is parliament coming up here real soon. Okay, so there's a lot of things happening in Iraq, and it's happening all at one time. I know what you're saying, when? We don't know, but it looks like it's definitely going to happen this year for sure. The fact that they won't put the budget forward is very interesting. I'll say that. Anyways, you guys, that's what's going on for now. Look, again, I want to remind you all over again, when you are buying Iraqi dinars, make sure you buy the correct ones and be careful about the ones that you buy. We've talked about it before, but the thing is, when we go to talk, we haven't talked about them in a while, and there's a lot of newbies. So also, whenever the newbies come into the group and they start asking questions, be polite and be respectful. A lot of them are new and are not sure about what's going on, and so if you don't want to be nice and if you don't want to share information, then don't say anything at all. For those of you who do acknowledge the request for help and you answer, I surely do appreciate it, because that's what this group's about. Everybody helping out one another to achieve their goal. All right? I'll catch you guys later.